Welcome back to NBA Cinema. So we got to examine Udonis Haslem's take on JJ Redick being a potential candidate for the Lakers coaching vacancy. And there's been a few candidates listed, but JJ Redick kind of raises an eye. You look at everything he's got going on with LeBron right now. You look at just kind of how some of his narratives has changed since being around LeBron. I mean, the podcast, they have a very in-depth grasp of the game of basketball. But a lot of the narratives that's being spun on that platform is kind of making people look at it with a side eye. And notice Kendrick Perkins looking at what Udonis said today, he put, woo, UD coming in with the smoke. And so it made me go click on the video just to see what Perk is talking about, man. And we're about to check it out right now because I got a lot to say about this. Let's peep.
But you've been in these locker rooms with LeBron James. It's not easy to kind of find that fit. What should the Lakers be looking for in their next head coach?
I mean, I'm going to go ahead and say it. If it's JJ, it's going to be a cynical locker room. You're going to see guys that are going to say, is Coach going to do a podcast after the game with LeBron? You're going to have a cynical locker room of guys that are going to side-eye everything JJ says because they're going to wonder, is it JJ's message or LeBron's message? Now, I'm not just saying this because Chris Quinn is my guy, but Chris Quinn has relationships and coaching LeBron James in Miami prior to LeBron going to LA, so I know he's a guy that LeBron respects. Now, is he a true candidate? Who knows? Because we understand how this goes. You might put names out there where you already know who you're going to pick. But I think Chris Quinn really has an opportunity to go into that situation. Some Miami Heat culture, but also sprinkled in with what they're doing now and what LeBron likes to do. You have to have a healthy medium. It can't be all Chris Quinn's way, but it can't be all LeBron's way. You got to meet in the middle. And I think Chris Quinn might have an opportunity to really go in there, have the respect of LeBron James, and have the respect of the locker room. And it's not going to be cynical. It's going to be a flat, clean slate, start from scratch.
So, man, when I hear that, there's no way, I don't think anybody can refute a word Udonis Haslem said. If you got a podcast with a player and you're the coach, there's no way that guys ain't going to be looking at that crazy. Especially, think about when something like the narrative with D'Lo, in the playoffs and all that stuff starts to play out. And the coach says one thing in the media, you're going to always wonder, like, is this what LeBron feeling? Because he know they on the podcast together and they're talking basketball all the time. I think JJ, the Hornets got their coach, but any of them other vacancies, yes, let JJ get in with any of the other teams. Because I think, Coach K has bred a coach in him as far as, his ascension as a player and the way he studies tirelessly, to have the career he had, work as hard as he had to get where he got, I ain't taking nothing away from JJ, but just that situation with LeBron James, absolutely 1,000% does not need to happen. You will not have a locker room. And I wonder how AD would feel about that too. And I noticed like a lot of people, you look at Kendrick Perkins saying this on Twitter, and this could be just me, but I noticed Perkins had a lot more to say, about LeBron, more outspoken about LeBron. Draymond has come out and said, man, he ain't do my podcast. So you got some people that were all LeBron. Even Shannon Sharp, right? Shannon Sharp has had some things to say, that aren't as glowing about LeBron lately. So I think some people feel slighted that LeBron hasn't done their podcast and now they're speaking out against him a little bit more than they would have back. And I ain't saying they just don't like him, but they feel more comfortable voicing their displeasure with some of his decisions as far as it concerns like JJ Redick and doing a whole podcast with him, right? And you can't even give me 30 minutes or you can't even give me an hour for one day. So, but I don't think LeBron just lends his voice anywhere if it ain't, right with him business-wise, other than, NBA media obligations that he has. But other than that, you ain't gonna really see LeBron getting on too much of nobody platform talking that ain't his, because that's still his too. It's JJ's and it's his at the same time. So yeah, man, I want to know what you guys think about this in the comment section. I think UD is right on the money, but I want to hear it from you. Let me know in the comments. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Till next time. Peace.